y'all, TECTONIC just tweeted something else, man. And I'm keeping the tonic guys with this information because right now, like I said, I haven't really been focused too much on tonic. I do think it will show some appreciation, but I'm really doing this for the community, for the people who always say, man, you're the only person who making tonic videos. I'm trying to keep the hopium alive, guys. I do think we still have an altcoin season where we see a lot of these altcoins that really haven't moved yet. Some of these zombie coins, I do think they go on runs. So we're going to talk about that, man. We're going to give an update on Tonic, where price is at today, and much, much more. But before we get into it, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and don't forget, man, link to the Discord is in the description. Join the Trojan Horse Discord, where it's a community and camaraderie. Now, enough of that. Let's get straight into it because a lot of people been asking Tro, when the update on Tonic, man? When is the update on Tonic, man? So I'm bringing it here today, guys, and we gonna look at it where we at with price today. So, man, we can see I'm looking at Tonic right now. We are down 2% in the past 24 hours. Now, market cap is at 7.7 or $6.7 million right now. Fully diluted is at 12.8 million, and the 24-hour volume is at $26,000. Now, a couple of days ago, if we go back, I would say yesterday actually, we was just at a $7 million market cap. But we are still trending down. Now, is Tonic going to zero? I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I do want, and I will continue to say, I want more innovation on Tonic. Right now, they're not giving us enough. And with it being on the Cronos blockchain, it doesn't help it. We know Cronos is, a slow volume blockchain. It is what it is. I love Cronos blockchain to death. I love the projects on there that I invested in, but it is what it is. You got to call a spade, man. And right now, the Cronos blockchain volume is not pumping. But that's not to say that we don't get a pump in the future. Because we know last go round at the end of 2021, Cronos blockchain was really one of the only blockchains that had some projects that were appreciating. Cronos had a late run in 2021 going into 2022, and it really didn't end until the beginning of Q2 of 2022. So we saw a decent run in Cronos, and I think that was like some of the best days on the blockchain. Everybody was making money. Right now, it's really PvP all across the board in the crypto space, but especially on Cronos because it's not a lot of volume being churned. So in that sense, with new projects coming out with not a lot of money on the blockchain, the older projects kind of get the back burner. And that's why I'm saying TECTONIC needs to do something to rejuvenate, the enthusiasm about the project. People want to be excited to invest in a project and have a community with the project. And we know TECTONIC, the community is still there, but it's not as big as it once was. Now, so many things going on in the crypto space. But one thing that still makes me bullish on Tonic at this time is that it's $134 million that's currently locked on a blockchain. So with that amount of money that's still locked, that shows me that Cronos is not trying to let TECTONIC fail. Because with a $6 million market cap and $134 million that's locked on a blockchain, is absolutely insane in my personal opinion. That ratio seems kind of off, but we know that Cronos really is backing their project, and I can understand that they don't want it to fail because it will look bad, especially being with this being the only kind of money market lending protocol on Cronos that I know of, and that has this much liquidity that's still locked on there. So we got to understand, man, that's one thing that I will say that makes me, have some type of hope for TECTONIC is that maybe the Cronos team has something bullish in store for the project. Now, let's get into some of the stuff, man, some of their tweets and stuff like that. So we say yesterday, they said, make Cronos great again. And before that, the last tweet was on July 3rd. Cronos just got supercharged. We know that Cronos is now faster than it usually was, than it was at first, and it's cheaper. So that's one thing that is bullish about Cronos, because at first you can do a couple of transactions and it's gonna take a couple of crow. And I know right now with Crow being under 10 cents, that's nothing. But say if Crow got to $1 and we doing transactions and it's multiple Crows, then we're gonna be paying a couple of dollars to do transactions when other blockchains have cents on $1 to do transactions. So this does help Cronos compete, and this could potentially lead to more people getting on the Cronos blockchain, finding the money market, which is Tectonic, and using it. Now, will this happen? Like I said, who can predict the future? But one thing we do know is Cronos had his day in the sun. Now we can't take that away. And I do think any blockchain that is building still in this time will have their day in the sun at one point in the market. It might not be this cycle. It might not be next cycle. It might be a cycle after that. But they will have their day if they continue to build and get their information out there. Like I said, I do want Tectonic to really start to get the more information out there. Let's look at some of these comments and see what the people are saying. So we got Mary, we got Call Gang. Shout out to Call. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mary again. So all these comments is really just the meme coins, pretty much trying to get under their brother projects and uplift the projects themselves. But like I said though, right now it's just we need more information from the team. We need more development. We need more everything, man. And I do think Tectonic will eventually have its day. And if we go back, man, like I said in the previous videos, Tectonic was one of the best performing assets if we look at 2023. Like if we go from January 2023, we had a $10 million market cap all the way up until the end of 2023, a $49 million market cap. That's what, a 4.9x, just like that, man. A 4.9x just off of that 1 year. So Tectonic probably will have its time again, because this was in the depths of the bear market when nobody was really buying, and Tectonic made a run. And to say that it won't make a run again is crazy. And we can see after the election, before the election, we was at a 15 million. After, we was at 30 million, close to a $30 million market cap. So we've seen where it fluctuates. We've seen based on specific events it go up. And if it didn't go up on those events, then I would be worried about it. But I do think the next big event, which probably will happen in November, usually the markets top out in November, I think that we will see, Tectonic appreciate. And it might go into 2026, because we know that Cronos was a late runner for the last cycle as far as blockchains go. So Crypto Tro, that's my video. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, man. I'm out of here.